This video is about our Security Officer Training Program. The training program comes in two versions. One training program comes with manuals, PowerPoint, and CD templates. The other includes all 36 SGM training videos that coincide with the various chapters. When you purchase a Security Officer Training Manual, you also get an SGM certificate. This program exceeds most training requirements in all of the states. The program comes in two large binders containing hundreds of pages, which are broken down into 26 chapters. Also, you get the Security Officers Field Training Guide and the Security Supervisors Field Training Manual, both of which have 40 questions and answer keys. A modification template disk of some chapters and forms that you can modify to fit your company's profile. A CD with all the PowerPoint slides necessary to coincide with the program. By the way, there are over 1,000 PowerPoint slides. A CD with all the program's tests and the tests for each of the training videos if you purchase version 2. The CD template of the SGM Security Officer Pocket Manual, which will allow you to modify it and then have it printed for your security officers. The SGM Test Creator and Corrector so that you can make your own tests and answer keys. A CD of the 40 question test for first aid and 20 question test for CPR. A CD template for the Tactical Solutions program. This is an additional program that your supervisors can use to test security officers while doing supervisory checks. In the foreword of the manual, it has descriptions and guidelines. There are several pages explaining how the manual is set up and recommendations on how it should be used. On each page of the chapters in the left column, there's an icon to assist the instructor in the next step. I'm now going to go over some of the chapters, starting with the administrative chapter. The administrative chapter contains several template forms that can be used for security officer personnel files. Each template allows you to modify them to suit your company's requirements. There's an employee information template form, which will give you an overview of the security officer's personal IDs, emails, licenses, etc. There is also an equipment form template to help keep track of the equipment issued to the officers, including uniform sizes, etc. The policy and procedure section is an overview of the company's policies and procedures. The first chapter of the manual is the comprehensive training program. This is an 8-hour training program that can be administered with PowerPoint or PowerPoint with videos. The Power to Arrest chapter advises security officers of when and when not to make arrests, including observation and reporting legal responsibilities and more. Public Relations teaches the officer the difference between discrimination and prejudice. It also talks about culture, strategies, sexual harassment, and more. The Communication chapter instructs what are standard notification events, emergency notification events, telephone procedures, interaction with the police and fire department, and more. The Observation and Documentation chapter teaches about report writing, incident reports, note-taking, patrol procedures, and more. The Workplace Violence chapter discusses the potential effects of workplace violence. The Supporting Homeland chapter advises the officers about personal protection measures, terrorist threats, and more. The Courtroom Demeanor chapter teaches a security officer how to give proper testimony and conduct themselves properly in a court of law. The Patrolling chapter should take approximately 3 hours. Just a few subjects are foot patrol, mobile patrol, metal detection, and stationary security. The Pepper Spray chapter gets into the legal aspects of using pepper spray, how to use pepper spray, the behavioral effects, and more. The Security Officer Pocket Manual chapter is only one page, but it explains how to use the Security Officer Pocket Manual and the CD template to make the pocket manual so it fits in the shirt pocket of the security officer and then can be printed out full page so that the students will have the handheld pocket manual and the instructor will have a full page chapter to review with the various modules within that manual. The Security Officer Supervisor chapter is obviously for supervisors and goes into supervision relationships, supervision styles, and expectations of supervisors, and more. In the second manual, we start with first aid. There are actually 2 chapters for first aid. One is an inclusive session consisting of all 117 pages with PowerPoint that can be used by certified instructors who can issue first aid qualification cards. It also comes with a 40-question test. The CPR chapter is an overview of how to administer CPR before getting into the hands-on instruction. The traffic control chapter emphasizes primary functions of traffic control, high visibility, hand signal, policies, and more. The sexual harassment chapter exercises the liabilities involved, sexual harassment without words, and more. The self-defense chapter explains the use of force, decisions, and considerations. The access control chapter actually has 2 sessions. The first deals with employee ID cards, monitoring closed-circuit TVs, operating electronic gates, and more. The second session deals with metal detection systems such as magnetometers, handheld wands, and more. The Tactical Solutions Supervisor Field chapter contains 24 sessions. Each session takes approximately 20 minutes, which equates to 8 hours. Supervisors can use this program when making post checks, and when complete, the officer has received 8 hours annual training. As you can see, this is a well thought out comprehensive training program. So why bother to spend months creating your own training program when SGM has it ready to go? Incidentally, the SGM Security Officer Training Program is certified with the California BSIS requirements, and when purchased, SGM will provide the certified license number. To purchase the Security Officer Training Program with or without the videos, just click on the link.